Superstar is an American comedy directed by Bruce McCulloch, based on a character by Molly Shannon, set in the life of a young socially challenged woman, Mary Kathleen Gallagher, in a Roman Catholic private high school, who dreams of being a Hollywood star. With the high school backdrop, we see into the complications of one who wants to live a life of devotion to God and the local Christian community, while also pursuing a somewhat superficial dream filled with fame, love, and superstar friendships, and an ultimate love relationship. Mary, while in the middle of school, lives with her grandma, Mrs. Gallagher, who once upon a time was a star in a Broadway musical. Mary finds out the true history of her parents, whom she believed had died from a group of hammerhead sharks, but really had been stomped to death after they'd fallen over while performing an annual Irish step dancing contest, which they'd won in previous years. Mary is initially put into a special education class when one of the nuns caught her acting purely on the school grounds. She spends time with her high school friends such as Helen and various others such as rebellious other students that she meets along the way, including two love interests. One, a guy named Sky, who dances and whom she admires from afar, even though he is at first with his girlfriend Evian. And then there's Eric, a mysterious school friend of hers she notices around town and meets in class, who turns out to be the boy she saved in the local pool years ago as a kid. With her overriding ambitions, Mary's dreams of becoming a superstar seem in sight when she hears about the school's talent show, with the winner being able to perform as an extra in a Hollywood movie with positive moral values. Her ambitions eventually lead her to realize and take a step closer to her personal dreams. When looking at the love interests of Mary, as she grows over the course of the story, she finds that her dreams of becoming a superstar aren't as important as they first seemed. Although they both have their insecurities from similarly being bullied, as happens, Mary finds that she has a lot in common with Eric, though he deals with his insecurities a bit differently from the way she does. She projects her voice a lot more, from singing to expressing herself in class to her friends, dancing, or people that she meets, while Eric is more withdrawn, putting up more of a barrier between himself and others, giving little away and appearing dangerous and mysterious as he interacts with others in class or passing by on his motorcycle. In a way, he is always performing, and once this is revealed to Mary, as he opens up to her, she seems to like him more, and their relationship grows further. Eric also likes the way Mary is able to speak her mind more clearly than he is, and they are able to learn from each other and liken to each other's qualities. In Superstar, we get to see into the world of a mixed private school, St. Monica's Catholic High School. Mary is often being teased by other students by the way that she looks or acts, but always seems to have a reply, such as in the early part of her introduction, where she says, back to the name callers at school, "Are you aware that I am rubber and you are glue, and everything that you say bounces off of me and sticks to you? So put that in your back pocket," she quotes. She says, quote. The film and story is a lot about her gaining her confidence to stand up for herself and find the person that she wants to be. In Confession, she tries to express herself through a made-for-television performance she saw, where she's able to express herself more openly, and this ongoing behavior leads various authorities in the school to conclude she has some sort of mental or spiritual problem or issue. Although her grandma is at first against her following a path in entertainment, she eventually comes around to supporting her and defending her from Father Ridley when he is trying to get Mary to stop acting seductively toward him when expressing herself through a monologue she's seen in other performance. Mary is constantly trying to live her life as a good Catholic girl while trying to find a way to live out her dreams, which she is always praying for, which often include her kissing her love interest Sky and starring in a Hollywood movie. Mary is often having a vision of Jesus Christ coming down from the heavens, talking to her, supporting her, telling her to follow the godly flow and be in the talent show, though there was much doubt on whether she should in her everyday life. Her vision of Jesus while she is in a sleep state is reflected as a mixture of her mind's images of God, some past authority figures, her initial love interest Sky, and her dad. Similarly to her parents, her grandma, Mrs. Gallagher, feels that it's too dangerous for Mary to take part in any talent show, that it will somehow be a harsh ending to her life. This idea could be metaphoric in the way that following a career in Hollywood or potentially away from God could crush an individual or couple to some degree. The risk seems much more heightened in this scenario, which is often driving her to be the best performer she can be, whether it's either singing, dancing, or both. She's able to persevere over various obstacles, such as when Evian embarrasses her, pouring blue paint over her, similar to the film Carrie, while she is auditioning to be in the talent show. Also, when she first asks Evian to be in the talent show, they end up fighting because Evian at first refuses to let her audition because of the way she feels she acts. But once her father Ridley becomes involved, he lets Evian know that anyone is allowed to audition for this show, even though he finds the idea questionable. Overall, he seems to find the whole idea of the talent show questionable, though something fun for the kids to get involved with. In Mary's relationship to Evian, we get to see two young women who are living a life in Christ while also trying to be the best they can with the blessings they have in life, to be where they want to be in life. This often brings them into conflicts, such as them both wanting to have Sky to themselves. After Sky breaks up with Evian, once Sky hears her being mean to Mary and disregarding her parents, Mary then tries to make Sky her boyfriend, but it doesn't eventuate. We then see Evian trying to continue her relationship with Sky. Sky is often ignoring her because it appears as though she is trying to act like they are still going out, even though they are clearly not, as he says. In a way, it might be just Evian being stubborn, or it could be her using faith and words to possibly have God grant her her wish and have Sky back in her life again. Or for she is making a clear move and signal to where she wants to be in her life. And after all, towards the end of the film, she's able to have Sky back in her life, and so her wish in a way is granted in this Roman Catholic setting. A lot of Mary's drive comes from the world she lives in. She has a job as the rewind girl at Cubes Video Warehouse. Here she watches all the movies she wants in her free time while rewinding videos to be rented back out to customers. She's sometimes giving people advice on what kind of movie they might like to watch too. In the way her life sits mostly in two settings, such as the Catholic high school and her world of movies and stars she admires, her life and ambitions become somewhat of a product of this environment. With the talent show opportunity, she is able to put all of her dreams together, especially with the help of her grandma, and put on the kind of show she's not only dreamed of, but one that her parents might have approved of or had done in the past. Sort of honoring her parents in a way. And with her maturity growing, Mary is able to realize that it's better to perform for herself and not anyone else, as she's previously dreamed of. In the film and story of Superstar, we see into a life of someone who dares to dream and grow into the person they've always wanted to be, while holding on to a devotion and love of Christ and God, and the connection, and bringing the kind of joy to the world or a particular audience, the kind of which this character has experienced and enjoyed in her life and upbringing as well. Thanks for watching.